Abuja is one of the most interesting cities in Africa. If not, and as it is the most interesting in Africa, some people argue that it is not the most interesting in Nigeria. But in my opinion, Abuja is also one of the most interesting cities, if not the most interesting in
Africa.
In Africa, yes. And today we'll be telling you fun facts that have kept Abuja the most interesting, and that will continue to keep it the most interesting in Africa and in Nigeria.
Okay, so we're going to list like 10 of these fun facts.
Yep.
The reason why we are doing this is that some people stay in Abuja, but they don't even know some of these things exist, right? And some people that
someone like me before.
Exactly. And some people that don't even stay here. We are just sharing this knowledge free of charge. All right. Just tell us thank you in the comment section. For you to know, we are literally highlighting Abuja and telling you some fun things, experiential things, beautiful things that you can have or own in Abuja. So the first thing I'm going to, so I think you start with you.
Yes,
so what is the first thing?
Yes, please. Now, one fun fact about Abuja is that many places start with K. K. Like there's Katampe, there's Kuje, there's Kubwa, there's Kuruduma, there's Kubwa.
Exactly.
Not just in Abuja, in the FCT as well. Many places start with K. I wonder
why.
Why? Do you know places that start with? Can you mention some places you know? Maybe
we have like Kiami.
Yes. Kiami. There's another place again that Kukwaba. Many places start with K. And I wonder if maybe that was where the word K even originated from. I'm thinking maybe back then they asked me to use K. But there are a lot of places in Abuja start with K. That's one fun fact. And part of the places I listed here, there's Katampe, Kubwa, Karu, Karsana, Kuje, Kubo, Kuruduma, Kagini, Kukwaba, Kiani, and the list goes on. Plenty places start with K. That's one fun fact you're going to realize here in Abuja. And it's not just these ones I mentioned. There are a whole lot of them. But I mean, we come here to mention K places now, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So another thing I think we should pay attention to in this video is that if you also know some fun facts about Abuja that you would like us to know and other people watching this video to know, let us know in the comment section also so that we can read from you. So my own is there are some places that are similar in pronunciation. All right. So sometimes you just, if you're not careful, especially if you're a newbie here, you'll be deceived or you feel like it's the same place. For example, Galadima and Galadimawa. These are two distinct places, not related, not close by, and they are not, it's not a place that someone will tell you, okay, I'm going to Galadimawa, and the driver or someone tells you, oh, Galadima, and you now nod. That's how you find yourself in another region. So there are some places like that. We also have Wuse and Wuye. We also have Jabi and Jahi, and we also have Dutse Alahaji and Apo Dutse. So these locations or the words sounds alike, but they are different locations, they are different places. So if you know about these things, you don't have to enter a bus and they stop you at where you're not supposed to stop. Or you find yourself in a place you're not supposed to be in. Yes.
Like about that recently, that was just 2 days ago. So I was on a call with someone. The guy told me that he's planning to relocate to Abuja from Enugu and that he's going to be staying in Duse.
Okay.
He was going to stay in Duse, that he would like to come to the office. He wants to know how close it is. You know,
wow.
I'm like, okay. Now, prior to then, I know there's Duse, Apo Duse. But I know there's another Duse somewhere, but I wasn't quite sure. So I told him, I quickly went on the map and checked Duse to where we are, and it was like, he told me 20 minutes. I told him, okay, 20 minutes. He was like, okay, sharp, he can make it to the office. That was 2 days ago. Then yesterday we are conversing again. I said, okay, that he'll be coming in by the end of the month. And then he said he was going to be staying in Duse, that he's actually Duse Alhaji. I had to confirm my research. Now, Duse Alhaji is between Gwarimpa and Kubwa. It's in between two of them. That is towards the north of Abuja. While Apo Duse is somewhere towards the south of Abuja, towards Apo Wasa, that area. So these are two different places. So if you come into Abuja, you just say, oh, I'm going to Duse. Which of the Duse?
Which of the Duse?
Duse Alhaji or Apo Duse. So it can be really, really dicey.
Confusing.
Now, another fun fact about Abuja is that Wuse is broken into zones, right?
Okay.
Different zones. It has from zone 1 to zone 7, and each zone has its own, what is characterized, what it's known for. There are specific places that are there, and I can't begin to tell you one by one. I just group them into 1 to 3, 4 to 5, 6, and then 7. There are 7 zones in Wuse. There's Wuse zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, zone 5, and zone 7. Now, zones 1 to 3 are mostly the older residential places, mixed-use areas with many businesses, offices, schools, and apartments. That's what zones 1 to 3 are known for, are characterized by. Then zone 4 and 5 are known for busy commercial activities, restaurants, hotels, markets, and nightlife. This part of Wuse zone 4 to 5 is where you can find all of this. So when you come into Abuja and you're in any of the zones, you're looking for one of the zones that has this. Zone 4 and 5 has that. Then zone 6 is more upscale in parts, embassies, restaurants, and high-value properties in zone 6. And then zone 7 is a commercial and entertainment hub close to shopping centers, banks, and corporate offices. Zone 7 is actually where NAFDAC headquarters office is. So that's one thing again about Wuse in Abuja. It has 7 zones.
Exactly. So, and like I said, these are fun facts. If you are driven around Wuse, sometimes you see 1 and maybe the 2. Wuse 1.
Yes.
2 will not be close to 1.
Yes.
Like the next number will not be close to the other.
Yes.
And like, why? Okay,
Yeah.
so that brings me to the next point of also the fun fact, where we'll say things like, for example, that locations like Gariki also has a lot of areas in it.
Yeah.
You know how Wuse is grouped into zones?
Energy.
Okay, you know how Wuse is linked into zones, divided into zones. That's how Gariki is also divided into areas. All right, so I'm going to explain why, so that we can also be in the know. Like this knowledge is new, or is new to some people, but it helps each and every one of us understand where we are. And whenever you find yourself in any location, you will not be stranded. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about Gariki is that it's one of the oldest important districts in Abuja. If you know about Gariki, it's one of the first phases in Abuja. And also the origin is that when Abuja was created, we also always talk about that Abuja was created before it came, right?
Yeah.
Was created as Nigeria's new capital in the late 1970s. And the city was designed and master planned capital city rather than it grew. For example, locations like Lagos or maybe another location. All right, this one was created because they noticed that the numbers in Lagos were increasing daily. And because that place wasn't planned, it feels like if this is not contained, this place cannot stand as the capital of Nigeria. It doesn't do justice to it. And now people got into talk. We've done a lot of videos around this on our channel. People got into conversation and they requested for a location that is central, that has basic amenities to make people enjoy that location. And that is how the location fell down into this location, right? Abuja. So the master plan for Abuja was developed primarily by the American planning firm, right? And they divided this district into divided Gariki into areas like Area 1, Area 2, Area 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm wondering why. What's the reason why they divided this like this? Why didn't they divide it accordingly? All right. And that brought us to a lot of things that we're talking about today. So having this understanding that this location, Gariki, is divided into areas, not zones. It will help you know that these areas or this district, like we talk about, is based on the understanding that the cadastral zone, for example, we have the sectors, the cadastral zone, and the development blocks. I don't know that these areas will help in the political zones, it will help in the developmental zones, and it will also help that it will also help people of today that if you are going to area 11, this area will also help give you direction. For example, not confusing, because if you see the map of Abuja, you understand how these areas are planned. So in planning, it's based on the map. It will gain clarity for you if you understand what this is. It will help that people who are in areas should have forms of hospitals, markets, schools, and people who are in the zones will have another thing. Nobody should come in clashing, and that also helps that people in Abuja rarely have traffic, because everywhere you are, there is these basic amenities meant to help your life, meant to not to stress you. So I believe strongly that's the reason why these locations are divided into zones and also into areas.
So Wuse has zones, Garki has areas. And something interesting about Garki has area 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 10, 11.
Exactly.
I realized they skipped
4,
5, 6, 27, and then they skipped 9 and half 10. I don't know why yet they skipped all of those, but maybe very soon somebody will come with the research and say late in 1976.
This is what happened.
I used to like those kind of things.
Exactly. It's research and history.
Now, that's quite interesting. Meanwhile, if you have been enjoying this content so far, please do not forget to like the video, share, and also subscribe to our channel. And if you have other, like she earlier mentioned, other fun facts, you can actually comment in the comment section some other facts that you know about Abuja that are quite fun. And don't worry, we have more fun facts coming for you. Fun fact number 5. This one caused a lot of issues for people in Abuja. As they see, if you there are places in Abuja you don't see this fun fact about the thing.
Exactly, they'll fight you.
See what happened to Stephen in the Bible? It happened to you. They will stone you.
It's true.
Fun fact number 5. Abuja and FCT are not the same thing.
Exactly.
This is the easy way to say it. If you now want to look for somebody's strong, you don't step at the person. Tell them that Abuja and FCT are not the same thing. And in fact, they don't live in Abuja. You'll be fooled, because while FCT is the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja is the capital city of Nigeria, but it's inside the FCT. And, you know, for just knowledge sake, the FCT has 5 area councils. That's Abaji, Gogolada, Kuje, Amak, which is Abuja itself, Kwali, right? And Buhari, yes, those are the 5 of them, right? Now, Abuja is just a part of these area councils. And I said this one time, someone who lives in Kubwa, you know, meanwhile, Kubwa is Africa's largest satellite city. So people that live in Kubwa, you know, they have this, you know, understand, it's always high, which is not bad. So I was having a conversation with one guy. He loves Kubwa so much. And it's okay to love where you stay, right? I was like, Kubwa. Then I was still in Abuja. When I found out, like, bro, you know you don't live in Abuja, right?
You're looking for trouble there.
He was looking at me like, guy, what do you mean?
It's true.
I'm like, Kubwa, it's a Buhari. And Buhari is another area council outside of Abuja.
Exactly. No, they want to prove it to you.
Anyway, the fact still remains. So Abuja and the FCT are not the same thing. Abuja is the part of the FCT that's where development started from, that has the 5 phases, the districts, and all of that. Other parts of Abuja have not really experienced this same other parts of FCT, I mean, have not experienced this development yet, where they have phases and districts and all of that. So Abuja is the heart, the most developed part of the FCT. Okay, so and that's where that's where we operate from. So that's where we sell real estate from, because of course, want to sell to the developed part where you can have.
And you are proud that you have.
Exactly.
Okay, I think we should leave it there before some people will come after you with facts and figures. So the next fun fact, this one happened to me consistently. Please, if it had happened to you, please let me know. Even with Google Map, missing a turn in Abuja can literally turn your life around, literally. Okay, what that means is that because of, you can see a major expressway and you miss a turn you are supposed to miss, the next turn you will see can take you 2 miles comfortably, and you drive all the way before you see another turn. So when we drive and we are using Google Map, we are even extra careful. In fact, you get to a point where you're supposed to turn, you have to, I'm talking about myself. I have to park to ensure that this is where I'm supposed to turn. Because the next place, if you miss that turn, where you're going to turn will frustrate your life. So you have to know, understand it, and be careful also if you're going to come to Abuja.
So I said something that sometimes when you're driving in Abuja and you miss a turn, it's possible that before you meet the next turn, you've missed your destiny.
I'm telling
My
you,
boss
it
will say
can
you
be
find
sad.
yourself in Kaduna.
Hey,
Because
it's so sad.
really, Abuja is so well planned, but sometimes I wonder, okay, what was the plan when we were doing
When we
this?
are doing this, so that it doesn't cause traffic.
Traffic
Yes, you can't just go and put a turn. It will now make people coming from the other end to literally wait.
Okay.
Meanwhile, it would have been easier. So they have to put a turn where it is easy and less traffic.
Okay.
But that's how they plan this thing and all that.
Roundabouts and U-turns, especially the expressways, they are very far. You literally have to drive a distance before you can turn.
Exactly.
And so that you don't miss a turn that will turn your life around when you're using the Google map, just be very intentional so you won't have high experience. Okay.
I'm still having it.
You're still having it.
I had one recently. I had to turn for another 5 minutes back.
That can be painful, especially if you're in a hurry.
I'm telling you.
That's by the way. So next fun fact, number 7 is this one I still experience is the up to date, despite how long I've been here in Abuja. Abuja makes it look like you don't like visiting your friends.
I'm telling you.
Now, Abuja is quite big. True. Talk much more than FCT. So here in Abuja, if you don't have friends that are in the same business with you, or you don't have conversations or things, let's say maybe you don't go to the same church, you're not doing the same business, you don't have shared goals or shared things to do together, you will hardly just visit the friend because Abuja is far apart and most people here are focused.
We are busy with what we are doing.
Exactly. So, for instance, there are people here in Abuja that I have known for years, and since I came into Abuja, I have not visited them. It's not like we are not in the same industry. For instance, we're not in the same real estate industry, and we do not go to the same religious bodies, and there are no other common things that bring us together. And because of that, it will look as though you do not like visiting your friends. If you're in Abuja and you're new here and there are not particular things that make you see a person, it will look as though you don't like visiting your friends or you do not like your friends. But it's just a fun fact here. It takes intentionality to visit a friend, to say, you know what, on this day, I'm coming to your house or we are meeting or something like that.
So literally travel to go and see people.
Literally. And then maybe you live in Abuja and then this other friend now stays in Bagwalada. We'll do virtual calls.
Or you have to literally plan to do that visit. All right.
It's just a fun fact you should make it here in Abuja.
Exactly. Yeah. So we are getting closer to the end of this shoot or this video. And the next fun fact is Abuja can be very, very hot. Very hot. If, for example, as a young lady, you have to hold sunscreen, especially if you are always on outside. If you are a 9-to-5 worker who is on, this particular point is not for you. But if you're someone who is literally always under the sun, you have to always make good use of your sunscreen because the weather is very hot. It's not just ladies, actually. It's supposed to be for guys too, because you get to see people get too dark in this weather condition, especially people who are based in the north, all right? And here it's also a part of the north. So
let's show you something.
No, please.
No, don't no.
All right, please. So pay attention. If you're coming here, make good use of sunscreen. And most especially, understand that the weather is quite hot.
Yeah. I'm still going to show her anyway.
What are you showing
So I used to take this sunscreen thing. I was like, so ladies, we don't do that. No. Yeah, guys, we don't need to be rubbing oil on top of cream. Until one day I took off my wristwatch and I looked at my hand. I can still show you right now. If you look at my hand, see how fair this place is. And the other parts, I was like, what? That's when I began to take this sunscreen thing.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real. And that can be really hot when it's hot. All right. Okay. Fun fact number 9 says Abuja streets are so wide that most times when visitors visit Abuja, they think they landed in a video game. Now, this is what that literally means.
I'm telling you.
Abuja streets are wide.
It's greenery.
If you go to, and then for different districts, you realize some districts it's wider, some districts, but most of the roads are wide. And especially they are express roads.
Sweet.
I see it a lot. You must have seen a video like this online before, when people are making jest of people in other parts of Nigeria. They'd be like, you see a video showing the streets, and you see the caption, "Best way the logos go things in Dubai." That's because the streets are wide and really, really fine. Places like Maitama, if you go to Maitama, for instance, the streets are natural. I won't say naturally. We are constructed, we are planned to be wide. It's something to get used to. Because if you're not used to that, you may come out of the street and then you'll be asking yourself like, why is our house on the express road? No, man, it's not express road. It's just that the streets are naturally wide, are just wide like that because it was well planned. It's a fact that you should get used to. It's fun. I like that about Abuja, unlike some other places, and I won't call anything, but some places where two cars cannot comfortably pass the same way. One has to park and bring out the hand and tell the other person, come before they can pass. Right? But Abuja doesn't have that experience.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
And it makes it easy for you to drive.
Yeah.
Very easy. So like you can literally, and you are focused. Nobody is in your lane like you're moving. It's super good.
Now that you mentioned that driving thing, and someone says something, because the roads are so wide, they say in Abuja, people just go for driving school 1-2 days. Once they feel they can throttle and drive, they jump in because they feel it's wide and you can just drive. So it's a good place to also say in Abuja, please, when you're driving for yourself, the person behind you and the person in front of you.
Exactly. In fact, sometimes beside you.
Because
you just see how people drive and you don't understand where they're coming from. So be careful as you also drive, because as much as the roads are wide, we also care about how you drive. The last and the final thing I'm going to talk about is food. So what is something about Abuja and food that you can resonate with? Personally, I would say that buying food here is cheap or affordable based on where you're buying the food from.
Based on where you're
buying it from. If you want luxury or quite expensive food, you have it. But if you still want good and great food, you can still buy quite affordable. You still have it. So the good thing is that we have farmers markets around where people get things from the farm and come and sell. So you go there, know the dates, buy very cheap and very affordable, and come back home. So those kind of markets, you buy, you plan it, right? There's supermarkets. If you love fruits, there is Karmo. There are so many markets right here. So it's farmers market, very affordable, good fresh products. Go there, plan and go. Especially if you're living in town, it's something you plan. You don't just move, plan and go, buy it and come back. But if you feel it's stressful, we still have quite expensive food around. So you can enter Wuse ultra modern international market. From the name, you even understand that.
You have an idea what the price should be like.
The kind of market that people are in the Dekins, ACs, and all that. So you can go there too and get what you want.
Markets, they get AC. Brother,
if you see the buildings in this market, you understand.
Something interesting. It's not just about, it happens with food and literally almost every other thing.
I think so too.
In Abuja. I was having a conversation with someone on Sunday. As a man, he's in the military, and the conversation started because of my wristwatch and all of that. And then he was telling me, meanwhile, his shoes were really nice. It was a Jim Bendy shoe. I was like, oh, nice shoes, Jim Bendy. And he began to tell me, oh, this shoe, I actually got it for 172,000 naira. Like, oh, nice. Then we just started chatting, conversing, and I went online right there in front of him. And he was surprised. That's the way Abuja is. You can see one product in one place is 51,000. In another place, it's 250,000. The same product. Exactly. So the Jim Bendy shoes, he says he bought his in somewhere, it was in Garikio, so he got it for 172,000. And then I checked the online and searched in somewhere else for 252,000.
Wow.
I could see the look on his face, like, okay, like a
fake one.
But that's not what it is. It's just the way it is in Abuja, depending on where you buy stuff.
Exactly.
Prices differ in different places, and so it is with I had a very good, when I came to Abuja, my boss got me food one time, coconut rice with some wishes on it. It was barely around 4,000 naira for that food. I went somewhere else in Abuja, saw the same thing, like, oh, nice. I will not lie, at this level in my life, I still look at the price tag. I still look at the price. I was about to order for it, and I was like, okay, so how much is the portion of this? They told me a portion of it is 12,500.
Wow.
Right? So it's important. When you come into Abuja, don't just think, okay, the price here, different places, not just food, everything. It's different in different places.
I think it is a system created to make everybody stay. Do you understand? It's not just for the wealthy, it's not for the poor, it's for everybody. So you can still stay here very wealthy and you stay comfortable. But if you still don't have so much money at your stage, and we believe strongly you are growing for that, you can also own something, have something, and grow from there. I think that's a good system to accommodate people who stay or want to stay in Abuja. So if you've watched this video to this very point, and you enjoyed it, do not hesitate to either give us a follow or subscribe to our channel, because we are giving you this constant educational point every single time to educate you and to let you know about beautiful, beautiful things about Abuja. We do. Okay, so I think, Roy, do you have anything to say as we round up?
You 10 fun facts, so just know them, and when you're considering to relocate to Abuja,
have it at the back,
have it at the back of your
front
mind.
of your mind.
It's at the back, you may not
have it at the front of your mind. All right, thank you for sticking with us. See you some other time.
Bye. Enjoy a great day.
Yeah.